Now, I hate to be the bearer of bad tidings, but I regret to inform you that the Tomb Raider tabletop RPG has been scrapped. Yes, I know, with characters as wonderful as these, I'm sure you were all looking forward to playing this with your friends and your family and your associates. But I'm sorry. I'm truly sorry. But RPG scrapped after Evil Hat Productions activist designers alienate core fan base. Hmm, imagine that. And yet it's going to be somehow the fans' fault. Evil Hat Productions was developing a Tomb Raider tabletop RPG, but now reports are coming in that the project has been cancelled. We already know. We don't need to know about Tomb Raider. The gaming company Crystal Dynamics licensed their property to Evil Hat Productions, a company known for their activism rather than their quality. I mean, fuck, isn't that most companies now? Isn't that most of them? Most companies are nothing but activists. Hence why gaming has been so terrible. Because they're more concerned with the message than they are about telling a genuinely good story that appeals to a broader audience rather than a small minority of people. Do 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 do. Evil Hat Productions signed the infamous Gamers for Harris list last year. One gamer called them total communists when talking about how the company is known for their extremist political agendas. When rumors of the project first surfaced, along with the concept art from Evil Hat, fans were tepid on the project. It came out quickly that the lead writer was Ray Najati, a self-described Filipino Algerian, and as queer as you would expect. No one introduces himself like that. Normal people, regular, normal, functioning people don't introduce them like, hello, my name is this and that, my pronouns are now, I'm the queerest person you know. Like, no. Like, no one gives a flying fuck about your sexuality, that's not a personality trait. These people need to stop acting like it's a personality trait, like it makes them fun and quirky. No. No. It makes you fucking annoying. He listed his Twitter bio as they, pointing out he's Nebula's award winner from SFWA, and also saying he's queer, trans, mask, disabled. Of course you are. Anyone notice a correlation between people who are disabled or have mental illness of some kind and these kinds of folks? Ray, they. It's mostly on Tumblr. You don't say. You don't say. Also working on the project was April Kit Wash, who wrote the game Thirsty Sword Lesbian. Because, hey guys, I don't have any other fucking personality apart from, gender and race and all that shit. Who has pronouns in her bio that say she, her, or gay gem. It's also tiresome. Actually, let's go ahead and just. I'm a Filipino Algerian, live in the Philippines. I am one of them of many something in South. I'm as queer as you expect from indie TTRPG designers. Kate Walsh, Gay Spaceship Games, and then we have Pam Panzalin. Hi, I'm Pam Panzalin. A queer. No one gives a fuck if you're queer. Seriously, these people act like this is a freaking trait. It's not. Just make the fucking game. Make the fucking game. With such designers, it's obvious where they were going, where there were going to be problems. But the cover art was even more perplexing. Yeah. Instead of featuring Lara Croft, the art has a party of what appears to be diversity hire Antifa activists, including a large black woman who definitely appears to be a lesbian. While Lara Croft is present, she's neglected to the background behind these activists. Like, Like, what the fuck? Like, no one wants to play as some fucking overweight dude or some fucking other, like, no one wants to play as a fat dude. No one wants to play as a fat lesbian. Like, seriously. I'm sorry, but this is not the kind of person you imagine going through tombs and evading obstacles and traps. No. This dude is the one who's like, I know, guys, I'm fine. I'm fine. Just a bad knee. Hey, what about you? And then she's sitting there like, oh, I'm fine. I don't have legs. And she really doesn't. She's got like no, like half of her legs aren't even there. But these are not the kinds of people you imagine raiding tombs and performing great feats of acrobatics while evading traps set. No, you want people who look like this. You want people like Lara Croft. Badasses, not fucking overweight dudes. Like, as a fat dude, I do not want to see myself in game. In anything. Because again, common sense would also say, well, logistically, you know, from a logical standpoint, he would not be the most effective when raiding tombs. But, oh my god, we need to have representation because fat people want to see themselves. Crystal Dynamics announced that they would be ending the collaboration over creative differences, which is clearly because the Tomb Raider fanbase didn't take well to the woke activism skin suit of the Tomb Raider franchise. But the story has a deeper element. An insider close to the company spoke exclusively with Fandom Pulse, saying that there is a free-to-play Tomb Raider tabletop RPG already developed, done internally at Crystal Dynamics by a now former employee. Nope. Despite this, Crystal Dynamics ignored their employees' work and went to Evil Hat Productions to develop it anyway. The author actually offered to use his free version and help Evil Hat create a non-woke version, but was shot down in the process. Evil Hat wanted the woke version, according to our insider, and again, wouldn't be surprised. Because that's all these people are. Their activism and all that, that's their entire personality. They don't know how to tell good stories unless it has something to do with some kind of activism. It seems that it was Evil Hat's undoing in the whole process, and now the project is gone and no longer in development, leading Tomb Raider fans without a tabletop RPG game. Wait, role-playing game. I mean, it's role-playing game. Sure. But probably for the better, given that they were doing what they were doing with the property. Queer and trans always seem to rise up after their failures, after they kickstart something lame that no one plays. Not to say my own Christian RPG deserves any accolades, but no way would we Christians get promoted or hired over and over, it would seem. Something evil is amiss. Something evil. I remember that garbage. I'm glad it was canceled. It used to be the love that dare not speak its name. Now it's the love that will not shut up. I heard that Evil Hat wanted the name Tomb Raider, but Lara Croft is not as important as isn't as important as thirsty sarcophagus lesbians. Evil Hat loudly said on Twitter that they were leaving because Twitter was too toxic. But now they have slunk back in with a protected, of course, because they're fucking cowards. That's what pussies do. That right on par of the course for people like them. They don't like the pushback that they're getting, so instead they hide like fucking cowards. And again, these people are not gamers, they're activists. And when you have people like them who make their entire sexuality and activism their entire personality, games will suffer. We've seen it over and over and over and over. Just Sweet Baby Ink. So Like, seriously, people, like, no one cares about your fucking gender identity. Okay? If you're gay, great. If you're a lesbian, great. If you're trans, whatever. You don't need to announce it every 5 seconds, and you don't need to find ways of inserting yourself into everything in order to feel validated. You've already got social media, mainstream media, the fucking government, Hollywood, all of them backing you and validating you at every fucking turn. You no longer have the need to be validated. So this whole self-insertion and this, hey, look at me, guys, I'm trans, I'm he, they, and oh, aren't I so fucking quirky? You don't need to do that anymore. You're not a minority anymore. Your voice doesn't need to be amplified. You're already controlling the media. You're controlling the media. You're running Hollywood. Seriously, you're backed by everyone. What more validation do you want? But this is what happens when you hire activists instead of people who actually care about the game, who actually care about the franchise, who actually care about the fans. This is just an outlet of, oh, hey, let's talk about colonialism and how raiding tombs is bad, and we're not going to raid tombs now. We're gonna go in and just study the artifacts in there and learn about cultures, and blah, 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 we're not going to keep it. Well, then it's not Tomb Raider. Now is it, you stupid fuck? But it's for the best. Tomb Raider has been, people have been liking the remasters, but for any new product for the IP, whether it be that fucking Netflix show or this or any, people are just, they're not digging it because it's not Tomb Raider anymore. But oh well. Another one bites the dust, and another one gone, and another one gone. Another one bites the dust, the tomb dust. The dust that rises when you open that sarcophagus, that that sweet sarcophagus dust, the potential body laying there, going dusty over the ages. You just open up, it's like, and you're like, liberating. Yeah, it's that. That's dust. It's biting right now. But anyway, yeah, these people are not gamers. They're activists. If you see anyone who looks like this, you know the fucking story's gonna suck. Mostly on Tumblr. You don't say. Anyone who comes and introduces themselves as, what were they saying? As queer as you would expect. Person who prioritizes their sexuality and everything else above being just a creative, interesting person. That's all they are. And they just constantly seek validation because they're so fucking boring. So, anyway, that's gonna do it for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.